good afternoon. I just wanted to make a quick video on making some wheatgrass juice. I just went ahead and cut a whole bunch. There's quite a bit in here. Soaked it in water. I like doing that. So here we go. This is a little bit easier than chewing it up. But we go ahead and turn that on. We'll take a handful of freshly cut. This is actually heirloom organic barley. When you go down to the seed store, make sure you ask them if that's a Monsanto product. But we get 50 pounds of wheat berries, and I think a 50-pound bag costs about, what is it, like $9? Maybe $12. But you could plant literally a football field with a 50-pound sack. Now, if you have any questions about the benefits of wheatgrass, there are plenty of really good videos on YouTube. That explain all the aspects. But I guess molecularly, wheatgrass is almost identical to the blood molecule. So it's really easily assimilated by the body, and all the chlorophyll from the grass is straight energy from the sun. It's just it's almost like a battery for your flashlight. This wheatgrass is like a battery holding the charge of the sun, and so when your body in contact with this wheatgrass juice, it's readily assimilated. And yeah, just look at some of the videos there on YouTube about the wheatgrass, and also spirulina. You can grow that in a fish tank if you wanted. There's a few videos on YouTube about that as well. But I think the amount of wheatgrass that I've cut here is going to probably net me maybe 1,250 milliliters, which is going to be about 5 pints. And I'll drink that tonight. I'll drink that whole thing. Normally I like to make it first thing in the morning and then break it into 3. Oh, there's a little ladybug, organic ladybug. I saved her. Then what we'll do also is I got some of this organic kale. This is heirloom kale, non-GMO, obviously. We'll pick some of this kale, and this is again another product that you shouldn't live without. So what we'll do is let me get this rest of this wheatgrass juice out of the way. And we'll stuff the kale in there and mix some kale in with the wheatgrass juice. Get that brown stuff out of there. Rinse that off. Boom. You can see that going. See how that is? That's like a corkscrew. Stuff that in there. Boom. Let me put a little more in there. So when you're drinking this wheatgrass juice, it's like pure energy right from God. You know, a few weeks back, it was on the news, there was this preacher, and I'm not sure, I think it was somewhere in Africa, and the people were hungry. You know, what they call these refugees, it's just people run off their land by corporations that just come in and steal it. Of course, they pay their local politician to go ahead and sell them the land that doesn't belong to them, and then the police come and force the local populations off their land that they've been there for thousands of years. Look at that. See how that works? Corkscrews it on in there. Boom. A couple more pieces of the kale. Look at that. And I love how it comes out the end. Anyway, yeah, there was a preacher. It was all over the news. He was telling his flock, the congregation, that they should eat grass. And it had a picture of, you know, the congregation out there on their hands and knees eating grass. And now, cows actually have 4 stomachs, so they can digest all this and turn it into whatever. I don't think as people we'd have much luck trying to just flat eat this. I don't think we could digest that at all. But the concept of they could just chew the grass and chew the juice out of it. Certainly, the wheat and barley grasses are certainly some of the best in the world for you. However, if you didn't have wheatgrass, I'm sure just any old kind of grass, sat there and chewed it up all day, spit out the fiber. I'm sure you could sustain yourself on grass juice for quite some time. I love how it comes out the end, like Play-Doh. Anyway, a lot of people, when you're talking to them, if they're asleep, they don't want to hear it. What about it anyway? My dad was famous for that. These politicians, they've been doing it since the beginning of time. There's nothing you can do. Just live your life. Well, there is something you can do. All this packaged food is designed to kill you, make you sick, and so that way when you're done working at 55, 60, your time is up consuming all that shit. You can't live on that. So knowing that information, there is something you can do. You can eat live, organic, healthy foods. And not participate in their... And then the other thing is, you know, the economy is tough. I'll tell you, in World War II, everybody really banded together. They really, you know, did a number on this country. Everybody bought into it, you know, recycled all their metals off of all their personal items and went on rations. As a matter of fact, my sweetheart has an old ration kit from World War II with the little red cardboard tokens, and it shows how much coffee you get for the month, you know, and how much sugar you get for the month, and it's the bare minimum. Something like that could be coming down the pike. Anyway, they had victory gardens. They instructed the public, everybody, to plant a garden and, you know, help the war effort. Anyway, that is something everybody can do, is plant a garden. And if you have a front yard, tear out the lawn. Invite your neighbors to come over. Plant a lot of tomatoes. What's organic tomatoes in the market? $3.99, $4 a pound. Go to Whole Foods, they're probably $4.50, $5 a pound. Plant a garden, eat the best food possible, harvest your spinach and eat it 5 minutes later. That's something you can do. And drink all the wheatgrass juice you can. You know, drink it by the bucketful. It does taste like grass. It's not Kool-Aid. But who cares what it tastes like? I mean, if you're going to live to be 120 and, you know, doing cartwheels on your birthday, playing around a golf at, 120 years old, how'd you like to beat your age? You know, heck, shooting your age. You're 120, you ought to be able to beat your age easy. You know, they recommend drinking 2 ounces of wheatgrass juice in the morning and 2 ounces at night. But this is just pure energy for your cells. Talk about longevity. Yeah, what's this? I'm looking at 5 pints, 7 cups, 42 ounces. No, that's 56 ounces. Okay, well, just a little bit left in here. Then the other thing you can do is take the wheatgrass juice, and it's so good for your skin. This is just pure living energy, just being absorbed right into your skin there. You know, as long as you don't have a date later, it does wash off. The last 3 years have just wreaked havoc on me. Seems like I'm falling apart. All these wrinkles. Hopefully, if I do this every day, I'll be able to avoid the plastic surgeon. Lol. Have a great summer.